Please
Is that
enjoy your
right?
music for
My
years.
pleasure. Thank you, Bobby.
Okay, nice meeting you.
That's Bobby.
Bob Walker, yeah.
And you're Don Anthony.
Yeah.
I knew it, Don Anthony. Where?
Don Anthony used to handle Buddy Greco and Jerry Vale.
Right.
Really?
Don Anthony.
If he's making the kind of money I'm making, he's in trouble.
Made plenty of money with those people.
Okay, this is going to have a separate intro, but okay, I'll ask you right now, how did you first get started in the whole thing, in the business, the works, and what?
Well, I played the violin, Don. When I was a little kid, I went to St. Aloysius College.
Here in New Orleans?
Yeah, New Orleans, which was a grade school. They said college, you know.
Yeah.
And I studied under German professor Hemmersbach, studied the violin.
Yeah.
My brother was a trumpet player, and he played Leon, and he played in all the jazz groups, you know, like with Shark and Banana and Leon Rapola and Jack Teagarden and all those kind of boys,
Right.
Frank Trumbauer. And I used to go hear these cats all the time. You know, they had one of the greatest jazz. In fact, they were called the New Orleans Jazz Kings at that time. And I used to go pick up on them. When I was a little kid. They used to let me sit outside in the automobile and listen to them. And I just got that feeling that I would never be able to get into that situation with the violin.
Right.
So I picked up one of Leon's, at that time, cornet. It wasn't a trumpet, it was a cornet.
Yeah.
Started playing it.
Yeah.
From then we went into the nightclub business, and I appeared in the nightclub. And from there I went to the Sanger Theater
Right.
with a man named Lou Forbes. And we used to do specialties on the stage. That's where everything really began.
How many years, totaling, even your violin years, have you been in music?
All my life, Don.
How many years?
talking
Unless
about-
you don't want to tell me.
Oh, yeah, you're
How
talking
many
about
years?
40, 42 years altogether.
Well, how old were you when you first started in this?
Oh, 15,
Wow.
14.
What were you doing before when you were dead?
I was in school. I went to Jesuits High School, playing football and all that stuff.
You know, I guess like somebody, you know, singers and what have you. What was one of your favorite recordings, you know, like of your own, you know, that you've done? Do you have any particular favorite?
Well, yes, I have several, you know, but it's hard to pick out one. But Just a Gigolo has been with me. I think I've played that tune more times than any other tune. You know, whenever we stuck for what we're going to play, we call that Gigolo.
What's one of your probably, you know, most requested, like in your nightclub acts?
That is Just a Gigolo. Then you have Angelina and Robin Hood and those kind of things.
Obviously, you have one of the most, I guess, I'm not going to say unusual, but you have your own individual style. Would you label your style of entertainment, music, recordings, or one in any specific category or anything?
It's hard to say, Don, you know, because we do everything, a variety of everything. We have a lot of kids that are in a group that do the rock, you know, and Sam does a lot of it. And
Right.
actually, we still keep that shuffle, and I notice now all the kids are picking that up and going ahead with it.
What do you think of present-day music, you know, as compared to, I think, when you first really, back in the 50s, when you were doing a lot more recording, really, I'd say recording was pretty much at your peak back then, I guess. You
That's
were
right.
putting out a lot of singles, of course, top 40 radios back then.
That's right.
You were in top 40 then.
Well, I
So-
think the music has made a great advancement. The kids have come up with some terrific things, you know.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things that are around that are real bad, but we had that too, you know. There were a lot of bad things. But the good things and the advancement has been phenomenal.
Mm-hmm. Has this affected your style any presently? I mean, I think
No,
you've
it's
been-
helped. It's helped because we have found a new area altogether. You know,
Yeah.
we take most of these things and listen to them and improve on them, and I think we play them better, especially with the kids that we got. You know.
Yeah, you and Sam Butera have been together a long time.
Oh yes, this is our 17th year, and I think Sam has no. Sam is, I think, number one. I don't think anybody can play like Sam Butera.
Yeah, yeah. You know, one of the songs you do, and I think you have a recording out right now, Lazy Mary, which goes back, I think it was even in the movie The Godfather, the wedding
It
scene.
was, yeah.
Do you know of any background in the song that you can think of, or at least maybe Old Men's Tales you've heard about it or something?
No, Don, when I first got it, which was I had the first big record on it,
Right.
and remember it was called The Butcher Boy.
Right.
You know, hey
Right.
mama, look who's in the window, and
Right.
it's the Butcher Boy. At that time, that was later on, I brought it out in Italian version, C'è la luna.
Right,
C'è la
right.
luna
Is that
makes
the way it is? Like if someone were like going to play it off a jukebox, it is in some of the jukeboxes like across the city right now. I've heard it in the radio a few
Yeah,
times.
it's marked C'è la luna.
C'è la luna.
Yeah, it means there is the moon. You know, there is the moon, and Mama, the boy is standing out at my window, and what should I do? You know, that's the theme of it, actually.
How old is that song?
I think that thing must be 30 years old, at least 30.
You don't recall who was the first person to ever do that, do you?
No, but I understand now that for some years it's been public domain. Nobody's been able to trace it, you know.
Yeah. What are your plans like in music? You're going to continue to record or what?
Yes, we're recording now, Don.
What label are you with right now?
We're on our own label, and then we distribute through Brunswick.
Brunswick. Okay, now I'm going to ask you a few things, maybe a little bit more concerning you directly, as much as rather than just business. I'm not going to ask you how old you are. I know you've been in the thing for, you said 40-something years, and you're still looking good. So
Thank you very much.
I guess maybe you got that from being Italian or eating the right pasta or what? Maybe
Not eating the wrong food. That's the right thing.
I know you're a golfer. I heard this Italian Open they had at the West Course yesterday out at City Park.
Sensational tournament.
Yeah, I heard you had a lot of fun.
It was fun, and you know they didn't have too much time to prepare that thing, and they did a wonderful job.
Right.
Just excellent.
I hear you're a pretty good golfer. How good do you golf?
I play good if I'm playing a lot. You know, Don, you got to play the game. If I'm playing every day, I can get on to around a 5 or 6. You know, but if I'm not, I run up to 10.
How'd you shoot yesterday?
I did good. I had a 40 for the first 9. Which is not bad, especially the wind was awfully bad.
Yeah. How were the muffaladas?
Muffaletta. They were pretty good, but they ran out.
Listen, of course, it's kind of an obvious thing, and I think to everybody that knows you, you're Italian, of Italian heritage. Are you in any Italian movements or committees, such as the committee that Frank Sinatra is a member of, the Defamation Society? Are you an active member in any pro-Italian groups or things?
No, not at all, Don. I do a lot of work, you know, for a lot of charities. In fact, you know, naturally, whenever they call upon us, we answer and we go play. But I'm not really active in any of them.
I guess you. Where are you working at right now?
Well, we're in Las Vegas at the Hilton International. We just moved there. We were with Howard Hughes for 7 years. And then we moved over to the Hilton International. Now we're there. We'll be there another 3 years.
How's the audiences in Las Vegas right now?
Excellent. You know, you get people from all over the country, and it's wonderful.
I guess right now, how often do you get back to New Orleans?
Well, I haven't been here now since we played Al Hertz. That's about, I guess, 2.5 years ago.
How do you like coming back to Europe? You were born here.
It's a sensational feeling. You know, we look out at the crowd and see all your boys. They love you. You know, it's a different feeling than any place else.
Right. There's one thing that you can recall. I guess back in the good old days of being in New Orleans, or what would you think it would be like when you were first starting, or what? Something that gave you that move that made you go up to bigger and better things.
Well, it was the fact that I think the most important thing is at that time, if you remember, Guy Lombardo was the number one in the whole world at that time.
Right.
And when we were playing on Bourbon Street at the Shim Sham, which is now Pete Fountain's, Guy Lombardo was there every night. And it was through his influence that caused me to go to New York. Every night he would talk to me and say, you should leave, you shouldn't stay here. And in fact, when I finally got to New York, he helped me a great deal get started. And it's funny because he played a different type of music altogether.
Now, I know you mentioned a while ago you had been in this business like since you were 15 years old, 40 some odd years. Do you plan on retiring anytime soon? Do you want to just keep on, or do you enjoy the entertainment too much?
I don't never think about retirement, Don. It's, you know, I enjoy it. I look forward to each night to go out and perform. That's my happiness.
All right. Do you have any kids?
Yes, I have a boy 7 and a little girl 9. They're here with me.
Are they really good? Do you see, or would they like to get into the kind of business?
Well, we had them on the stage last night. They got up and you know, did a little thing, and the people love them, and they're funny, you know.
Where are you at right now in New Orleans? Are you appearing anywhere here?
At the Roosevelt.
How long are you going to be there?
We're going to be there through tomorrow night. Tomorrow night's our last night.
Okay. Louis, I can't tell you how much I've enjoyed talking with you today, and I'll look for you if I'm ever in Vegas, and if you're ever in New Orleans again, we'll look for you.
Thank you. You're a nice boy. Thank you, Don.
All right.